Hey, how you doing? It's Daniel from DLT Reviews, and today I'm going to be unboxing the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Now, that is quite a handful of a name for a smartphone, but this is the biggest, baddest smartphone that Samsung makes to date. So this has the most megapixels, it has the most numbers, it has everything you want in a smartphone crammed into a little slab of aluminum and glass. Alright, so the box, as you can see, is much slimmer than the previous Galaxy phones, and that is because they don't include the charger anymore, which is pretty sad. But the price of the phone did drop $200, so there is that. So let's cut the seals open right here. Let's go. One and bam, two. Now let's slide the top of the phone off. And bam! So here we go. We have just this Samsung card. I don't know why this is here. And then we have the Ultra itself. And geez, this screen is humongous. Like, first impressions, this thing is absolutely huge. I don't think I've had a phone with a screen this huge before. And let's, ooh, the back. Wow, look at that. The colors are just bouncing off. This is like pink and blue. I'm really digging this color right now. I'll put this to the side first. See what else is in the box. Kind of already know. This is just a little kind of box. It has a SIM ejector tool right here. And then we open this up. We have the cable right here. So this is a USB Type-C to Type-C cable, just like in the S21 box. And then we have some paperwork, warranty, stuff like that. We don't really need to care about that right now. Just dump this into the box and take a look at the phone. Now let's compare this to the normal Galaxy S21. As you can see, this is a much bigger screen. Even though the Galaxy S21 already has a pretty big 6.2 inch display, this has a 6.8 inch display, which is 0.1 inches smaller than last year's S20 Ultra. Now, this phone has a curved display, although the curve is much smaller than previous phones. It's almost non-existent. And the phone is definitely thicker. Now, of course, you can see with this year, Samsung is shifting to a new design language where we have this camera bump that melts into the side frame, which I think is pretty cool. That's a pretty nice look. Makes it look more seamless now than previous phones. And the bump is really humongous on this. Although, I thought the phone would feel much more bigger. I feel like I can handle this with one hand, although preferably two hands is better. So anyways, let's get back to the phone and peel the plastic off. So first, let's start with the back plastic. Oh, that was such a satisfying peel. Let's put that over there. And then we have one on the camera bump. Oh, very satisfying again. And then let's take a look at the... Oh my gosh, this... I have to say this again. The color looks amazing. Like the pink and bluish hues on this matte silver back. This color is probably my favorite color from a Samsung phone yet. This looks gorgeous. Man, I'm really glad I decided to go with this color. So there's one on the front as well. Let's peel that off. Wow, very satisfying peel again. And is there a screen protector? There's no screen protector on the American versions this year. I do believe I've seen some unboxings with a plastic screen protector that was on this. So unfortunately in America, you don't get that. But I don't really use those anyways because the plastic makes the phone feel cheap. And there's some plastic around the sides too, so peel that off. Bam, and there is some more here at the top. Let's just peel that off. Alright, there we go. I hope the microphone is picking this up since I'm using a new microphone today. And one of the first differences I want to point out between the regular S21 and the S21 Ultra is the fact that this has a glass back. So the 21 Ultra and 21 Plus have a glass back, whereas the 21 has this plastic back. The plastic back, it does feel like plastic. Some people have said it feels like glass. It's just not the case, but I do feel like this phone feels much more secure in my hands than if I was, say, holding a Galaxy S20 or S10, because I feel not as scared if I drop this phone as compared to any other glass phone. So definitely, I would rock this phone without a case. I would feel that confident. And the back, it does feel like plastic, but you know, I'm alright with that since, you know, everyone uses plastic cases nowadays. So if you're not using a plastic case, hey, it's a pretty good trade-off. So let's boot this phone up right here and take a look at this gorgeous 1440p 120 hertz display. And you can use the 120 hertz in 1440p. Unlike the S20 Ultra and Note 20 Ultra, where if you wanted to use the high refresh rate at 120 Hz, you needed to crank the screen down to 1080p, which was pretty unfortunate. And bam, there we go. The screen is humongous, has very small bezels. I love that. Let's turn this phone on and compare the screens. So that is quite a difference. Now, yeah, that's just, geez, this screen is huge. I've never seen anything like this. This is basically going to tablet territory. Now, I was so used to my old Pixel 4 where it had a huge bezel on the top and then a chin right there, but geez, this is pretty amazing. So, the main draw of this phone is the fact that this has the best of the best that Samsung can provide. So this has 12 gigabytes of RAM, and you can go up to 16 gigs of RAM if you do have the 512 gig version. And unfortunately this year Samsung removed the expandable storage with micro SD card with the Ultra and the normal S21, which is, oh, well, Bixby is talking. Okay. Bixby's done talking now, so I will talk. And another main draw of the phone is the new cameras. Now there is a 108 megapixel camera right here, along with an ultra wide angle camera, and it also has a 10 times optical zoom lens alongside a 3 times optical zoom lens, which means you can have the most versatile camera setup with the Galaxy S21 Ultra. I think that is very important. Sometimes you want to get a close-up shot of something, but you're just too far away. The digital zoom really messes things up, so I'm really excited to test out this camera. And of course, this phone has the latest Snapdragon 888 processor, which is going to be super fast. Of course, this has 5G, just like the normal S21 as well. This phone is going to start at $1,200, where, whoa, this is, wow, it's, okay, be quiet, Bixby. Okay, screen is off. Anyways, getting back to the point, yeah, this phone starts at $1,200. And it goes up from there, whereas S21 starts at $800 and S21 Plus starts at $1,000. So this year across the line, as I mentioned before, Samsung has decreased the price for all its smartphones by $200, and I actually got this phone very cheap because T-Mobile was offering me $800 for my Pixel 4. Now, if you do any Google searches, you'll find out that the Pixel 4 is worth around $300 or maybe less or more. depending on where you are. And it's crazy that they're giving me $800 for it to get the S21. So I decided to get the Ultra because of the glass back. And one thing I wanted to test out actually is the oh my gosh, the vibration motor on the S21 is something that I was very disappointed with. Yeah, it's kind of a lame thing to think about, the vibration of the phone. It's not really such a huge deal for many people, I'm guessing. But with all the haptic vibrations that the UI uses now, downgrading to a weaker, tinier vibration motor on the S21, I think it was a cost-saving measure, but it was pretty annoying. Just like Bixby here. To turn off touch and hold with 2 fingers for 5 seconds. 5? Okay, I turned it off. I should have read the instructions. Always read your instructions, kids. Anyways, back to the phone. I did want to try and see if I could test out the vibration motor, because it's a $1,200 phone, so I expect it has a good vibration motor like the previous Samsung devices. So let's see. Yep. Okay, that's all I needed to know. So this is something that bugged me on this phone. I know it's kind of strange, but this does seem to have a much nicer haptic response. So, when you go home or when you're typing on the keyboard, it's gonna feel much tighter. It's gonna just be a nicer experience overall. And I guess that's what you're getting with the extra money and the less that this phone costs. I don't think that made sense. But anyways, guys, that's about it for this unboxing. Make sure to check out our S21 unboxing if you haven't seen that already. We'll be doing camera comparisons and, of course, reviews of both these phones. So make sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already to make sure you're updated when we drop those videos. Thank you so much for watching. Stay cool, stay awesome. I'll see you later. Peace.